Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are, guys. Today, our video is about what you need to make your own homemade battery cages. So I'm going to show you the measurements, the materials, everything you need. So today is all about the homemade battery cages and how you can make them simply at home. So without wasting much more time, let's dive into the requirements. So number one, I'm going to show you the wire mesh. This is the wire mesh, and I'm going to show you the amount of wire mesh that you need. So I'll start by measuring the amount of wire mesh that you need. So first of all, we'll deal with just one unit of these cages. So if you want to make like mine right now, they are about 30, 15 this side and 15 the other side. So I'll show you how to make one, and if you want to scale more than this, you can scale, or if you want to downgrade to less than this, you can still do the same. So we'll start with this wire mesh. This is the wire mesh, the one that is made of steel, because we have two types of wire meshes. We have this one and we have this one, and we have this one, the plastic wire mesh. So I'll show you the measurements of the wire mesh that you need for just one unit. So I'll measure this one, and the length of the wire mesh that you need is 44 inches. 44 inches. That applies for both plastic and the steel mesh. And then we'll measure the width. So the width of this plastic mesh, of this wire mesh, is around 37. So the length is 44 and the width is 37. So if you go to purchase these ones, they are readily available. If you go to purchase this wire mesh, it's readily available in your nearby hardware store, because they are usually used to make a lot of things at home. So this one is available at the shop, mostly the hardware shops. So those same measurements, the 44 by 37, they are the same measurements that you will require for the plastic mesh. So for this plastic mesh, a roll of 25 meters costs around 7,000 shillings. So for 1 meter, it will go around 280 shillings for that one. So for the floor, we are done for the both meshes, for the plastic and the steel wire mesh. So another mesh that you need is this one, the front one. So as you can see, the measurements are still the same. You still require 44 inches length, and the height will be 1 foot. So for this one, it will be 44 by 1 foot, and then you are done for the meshes. As you come right here, as you can see, for this ones I decided to use the iron sheets. These ones are old iron sheets. Okay guys, for these side partitions, you can use the old iron sheets, but if you're a guy who want to go for aesthetics, you'll have to cough up more money, because you can use the wood, or you can use any other thing, but you can use what is readily available at your place. You can use anything to cover this place, because the only work of this one is to prevent the chicken from coming out of the cages. There is another thing that you need to remember when you are purchasing this wire mesh. You need to purchase a wire mesh that has gaps should be smaller than this, because when you put them down here and you put a plastic mesh in front on top of the steel mesh, what will happen after a very long time, if these gaps are very big, this plastic mesh will be torn, and if it gets torn, your eggs will fall on the where the poop of the chicken falls. So another thing that we'll check about is the length of this one, of the plastic mesh. So if you are doing this plastic mesh, you need to cut a bigger plastic mesh on the edges, so that it curves a little bit, so that it will cover this place, the partition, on the partitions, so that your eggs will not fall out. So another thing that we'll need is this water trough. As you can see, this is a steel water trough, but these ones, they are, from the experience that I've had, instead of using this one, you can steal the nipple drinkers. Buying all of these, they are more expensive than using the nipple drinkers. The nipple drinkers, they are a bit cheap, and they are not messy. These ones, like most of them, they have started rusting, and now they have started leaking the water. So, but if you want to go this way, you can use this one, and still you purchase these holders. These holders for holding this water trough in place. So that's it about the water trough. Another thing that you need is this. This is the feed trough. For me, I use the waste pipe, the 4 inches waste pipe. Then I cut them into 2. So if I cut them into 2, it produces like 2. Like this one. This one is 1 waste pipe. Then I divided it into 2. I used on this platform, and the other one is that one. You can see. So it can produce 2 feeders for 2 different levels of your homemade battery cages. Another thing that you'll need, their timber. The timber that you'll need for this project, there are 2 inches by 1 inch, and the rest will be 2 by 2 inches. So for those ones, I have wrote them down here. For 2 by 2, for this one cage, you'll need around 40 feet of 2 by 2 inches timber. Then the 2 by 1, they are used on the floor. For those ones, for only this one cage, you'll use 50 feet. The 2 by 1, they are very cheap, and also the 2 by 2, they are also very cheap. Like in my area, the 2 by 2, 1 foot is 15 shillings, and for this 2 by 1, it is less than 10 shillings. So that's the amount of timber that you need. Another thing that of course you will need is the labor. If you are a handyman as I am, you can still use you can do it yourself. But if you're not if you don't have skills on construction, you can hire a carpenter to do your work. Another thing that you will need is these tie wraps. These are called tie wraps. They are found on electronic shops, and they are the ones that are used to bind this plastic mesh and this steel wire mesh. So what you have to do is, after placing this one, the plastic one, on top of this, you just wrap it like this. You just wrap it like that. Then you tie up. Tying this up is as easy as you hitting the like button. Please do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you want to see this type of educational content again. So another thing that you need, of course, is the nails and the hammer. Those ones you'll need if you are doing it yourself. But if you are hiring a carpenter, you don't have to think about those ones. And guys, for the partitions, as you can see, all the partitions have used old iron sheets. But if you want to go for aesthetics, you can still use you can still use wood, because the old sheets, they are more cheaper than the wood. And guys, for this back area, this is the back of the poultry cages where the poop falls. As you can see, the poops falls down here. So for this back area, you can still use the wire mesh. If the wire mesh is cheaper in your area than the wood, you can still use the wire mesh, because the only sole purpose of this wood is to cage the chicken inside and to create and to allow more air to get in. Another thing that is important noting is the positioning of the cages. So the upper cage, the poop doesn't have to fall. This is the upper cage. The poop doesn't have to fall on this lower cage. And this second layer of cages, the poop doesn't fall on the lower cage, so that the control of diseases and the biosecurity of your cages is assured. So I think that's it. If you have more questions, you can do it in the comment section below, and we can discuss more about the cages. So in my next video, we'll discuss about the cost that I incurred making these battery cages. As you can see, the eggs flow very nicely and they don't break easily. They fall very nicely to the front of the cages, and that's how my cages are. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this educational video. I'll see you in the next one. Much love and peace.